RockMax.
Floor Jansen from ReVamp. Hi, Floor. How are you doing?
Hi, good. Thank you very much.
Very good. Actually, are we going to speak Dutch or French or English?
Oh, you could do anything.
I prefer English.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right. Sometimes I read a sentence, ex-singer of After Forever band, who sings with Project ReVamp. Do you know why some people call it Project?
No, I really don't, because from the get-go I said band.
Yeah.
It's not a solo career. It's never been a solo career. I really chose to be in a band, and whomever thinks it's a project just can't read, I guess.
Right. Cool. Your band is part of Winter Masters of Rock here in Czech Republic lineup. This year is, I would say, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy, I would say. How do you feel in this company?
We keep up the heaviness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, ReVamp is a very heavy band, so we have some softer material, but we also have a lot of heavy stuff. And I mean, Camelot's on the bill too. I think we're heavier than them, so we keep it up pretty good. Of course, we're not Keep of Callison or Decapitated, but
And
we stand our ground. So.
yeah. And you personally, are you a rock fan or metal maniac?
More metal maniac. That's why I wanted this interview after the Soilwork show, because I have been out there all the time.
Yeah,
I love that stuff. Yeah.
All right. Any favorite bands of yours?
Here, they're Soilwork. Yeah. Yeah.
And?
You mean if I have
in
favorite
in
bands?
general, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I recently discovered a band from Australia called Carnival. It's more soft, but I really, really like that stuff. And I've been a big fan of Disturbed for many years. Hope they're gonna pick their things back up. I really like bands like Rammstein.
Yeah.
Machine Head, Pantera has always been one of my favorites, and I also listen to more like the rock stuff with Alter Bridge, or there's this band, what's their name? And forgive me, names are always a bit. Hailstorm,
yeah,
you know, with
Twins,
Lizzie Hale's awesome vocals. So, but also things like Sting, Seal, Skunk Anansie.
Wow.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of different music, but I'm definitely a metalhead.
All right, cool. Glad to hear that. Flora, it is said you become a full member of Nightwish in June already. Tell us some history, please. How your cooperation with Nightwish actually started. That was no coincidence, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, coincidences would be a bit of a weird word, because, yeah, they had a problem with their female singer, and someone needed to come in and, you know, fill that spot, and they thought of me. So, yeah, coincidence, no. But other than that, it's like, whoa, of all the people in the world, they called me. So it's a huge honor and a huge, like, what is the chance of that ever happening? Yeah. So, yeah, but that is what happened. They were on tour in the States a year ago, and they needed someone to instantly come in. There's a documentary made of this. It's called Please Learn the Set List in 84 Hours, yes. Because that's where it basically came down to. I flew to the States, I came on stage there, I was like, okay. And from that moment off, we started touring. And indeed, in June, they asked me to become a permanent member, but we haven't communicated it until the 9th of October. Right. But with the upcoming DVD that's going to be released this coming week, we were like, okay, it's going to be really hard to talk around it. There's a 2-hour documentary of it telling about the whole Imaginarium tour. So from the beginning, but also the moment that I come in, and with a live feature or a live DVD of the show that we did at Wacken last year. That was a headlining, most magnificent festival ever for 82,000 people. Yeah. So it was a huge thing. And a very nice introduction, I guess, for fans, for me, into Nightwish. Like, okay, this is how it sounds with Floor in it.
Yeah. And you were happy with them, with yourself as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. From the beginning off, we got along really well, and we really grew to be a very tight group, and that is something that you don't know either. You know, it needs to fit musically and personally. There are so many things that need to work, and it's amazing to see that it did.
Cool. Aren't you gonna busy sing with, let's say, 2 bands?
Yeah, very.
How are you gonna manage it?
I don't know, but I'm managing now. I mean, we had ReVamp's album written for, let's say, 80% when they asked me last year. Mm-hmm. And it's like, fuck, this album that, you know, the material we have is so good. And we were in this great flow, really wanted to finish the album. And the whole boost of the story really made our release with ReVamp come, you know, when Wildcard came out late August, it was like, you know, okay, there we are. The sales have been really, really good. We just did a great tour with Camelot, 3 weeks here through Europe, ending today here at the Masters of Rock Festival. And it's great to see that can happen. And also for the coming month, we'll have plenty of shows next year. We'll also go to the States with ReVamp, have a really good tour there. And hopefully some cool summer festivals. And at the same time, Nightwish will start rehearsing and recording a new album. And from that moment off, it's going to be balancing, but it's not a black and white thing. So I don't believe that, you know, when I start with Nightwish, there is absolutely no future for ReVamp. And talked about it with everyone in the band, like, hey, do we want this to continue or not? And everyone was like, yeah, you know, shit, it would be too bad to just let it go. But how? Let's just take it as it comes, because if the will is there, I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Some wine?
Yeah.
Floor, cheers. How will you spend your Christmas? How and when? I mean,
I will spend my Christmas Christmas time probably in Finland. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why there?
Because I have many good friends there.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking you will tell me something about Christmas metal symphony.
Yeah, well, that happens before Christmas. Indeed, it's this 3-week tour through Europe. 3 weeks. We'll come to Prague as well. Mm-hmm. It's an orchestra, like a real symphonic orchestra, a band, and some really cool guest vocalists. Udo from Accept will be there. A singer from Hammerfall will be there. A singer from that's me again with the names. Anthrax, yeah. And Chuck Billy will be there from Testament. I will be there, so there's, you know, a big variety of very different metal singers, and we'll play music from, you know, our history. So I'm actually the youngest. My history is almost recent compared to them, even though I've been doing this for 14 years. But those guys have been around a long time, so they're you know, their band's made real metal classic songs, and we'll be playing stuff from that. And I think it's a very new and special tour, so I really hope people are going to check it out next month in December, so before Christmas, so everyone can celebrate it at home with whomever they want, or fly to the other side of the world to avoid that, whatever you want to do. But before that, you should really come and check out the Christmas Metal Symphony shows. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Flora, how do you feel to be the one and only lady in that lineup?
I'm used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing this, like I said, for 14 years, and there are never too many women around, so I'm used to it. I would have appreciated another girl, though. It would have been nice. I knew that we're talking with some other female vocalists. I was like, yeah, it would be fun to tour with, but it's all good.
All right. Single room, enough.
Always, yeah, preferably.
All right. Let's say last question. Don't you think it's quite, let's say, strange, the connection of words, metal and Christmas? Let's say talking about religion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would suggest that metal is anti-religious, which is not necessarily is. 9 of 10 lyrics don't even go to the, like, religion. There are a couple of bands that are either super pro-religion, the white metal bands, or super against it. But I've never written anything about religion ever in my lyrics. So as far as I'm concerned, it has nothing to do with that. Plus, I don't celebrate Christmas out of a religious perspective. And actually most people I know don't. anymore. There are a few who do, and by all means, but for me, Christmas is just a very good excuse to spend time with family, to say this is time for the people I want to be with.
Reason.
So that's, for me, the reason Christmas exists, and metal and Christmas, I think, go along.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe Metal Christmas Symphony will be cool, will be great.
Awesome.
Miss Flora, thank you so much. Best of luck with ReVamp, Nightwish, and your life as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure.